What up with it, y'all? Hey, we back at it. It's another day, another video. We gonna hop straight into it. It might not be a long message, but we gonna hop straight into it. So, in today's society, we don't want to submit. This is a rebellious culture. We are a rebellious people, naturally. What made us go into our fallen state? Rebellion. We rebelled against God. And we see that today with our gender relations in our relationship with the Lord. The Bible tells women to submit to men and men to love their wives like Christ loved the church and Christ died for the church. When I hear the word submit, I define that as a willingness to comply. And this is what we are missing. And what our music and pop culture have brainwashed women and men into thinking that it is not okay to submit. First of all, number one, we must submit to God. Number one, we must be willing to comply to his standards, his laws, and his commandments. And for women, they must be willing to comply to their husbands. It doesn't mean that you don't have a voice. It doesn't mean that your opinion is not valued. It doesn't mean that you're lesser than. Of course you're not. It just means that you should respect your man and be willing to comply to what he says. He is the head, right? And for men, stop letting your woman run the relationship. Because if things go wrong, you are the one that is responsible, just like Adam. But ladies, for all my beautiful queens, if you want to find a man of God, ask yourself, am I a woman of God? What kind of woman am I? I was just watching a D1 interview, and he was saying how he respected Kevin Samuels in a way that, because he was questioning our standards. Women were like, I want this, that. My man got to be this, that, this, and the third. 6'2", making 200 grand. And he was like, how much you weigh? What is this? What is that? What are you doing? You know, he was holding people accountable. He was holding women accountable, and women didn't like that. If you want a godly man, you got to ask yourself, what am I a godly woman? Am I a righteous woman? Go to Proverbs 31 and they'll tell you what a righteous woman is. Where are you looking for your man? And how are you presenting yourself? We got social media and everything else that is lying to you, wants you to believe that it's okay to show your body. But when a righteous man tells you not to, now you feeling like you are being mistreated. Now you feeling disrespected, but you're not willing to comply to his standards, which is God's standards. He's submitting to God, and you're not submitting to him. God told women to dress modestly. God told women to have a demure, I can't say that word, demure attitude about them, not to be loud, you know? And you don't want to be that, and he don't want to deal with that. Whose fault is that? You know? Whose fault is that? You're not submitting to that man. And this was the devil's plan, and what he has done such a good job at doing, at separating the genders, making our standards so far apart. Now we can't even relate. Now we can't even have conversations. Now we both want separate things. Do not make love the end result. Pastor Vlad taught me this. At the base, so you got a ladder, right? At the base of that ladder, the first step is spirituality. Y'all have to agree who God is. Y'all have to agree on the Bible, on the laws, on the word of God. Number one, that is the foundation. God is love. If you don't agree on that love, if you don't agree on God, then the relationship, when things go bad, you have no foundation. His word is the foundation. It's the rock, you know. It is the rock. And if you don't have that, good luck. Number two is friendship. You should have a friendship with that person. You should be able to do activities together. You know, be able to talk about things and whatnot. Get to know that person. Number three is intimacy. Not a intimate way, you know, when you think of sexual stuff, but intimacy with their mind, with their person. You should be able to be intimate with them, get vulnerable with them, not like you would a normal friend. Number four is marriage. You should be able to. That's when you should marry them. You know, in our culture, we skip straight to intimacy. We go to physical intimacy, and then the rest is just whatever. It's important not to let our lust lead us down the wrong path.